welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Roxanne, the Tiny Taster, and today's recipe is prawn toast. Prawn toast is a fantastic Asian style appetizer. It is quick, easy to make, and really quite lovely. I've put a link down below like I do in all my videos for a detailed recipe, so please check that out for measurements and descriptions and things like that. I hope you enjoy this video. It is delicious. You're gonna love it. And if you do love it, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So without any further ado, let's get cooking.
So to begin with, we're going to prep our bread for the prawn toast. I've just used regular sliced bread, the white Wibs sliced bread, and then I cut off all the edges. You can leave them on, but I think it's just nicer without them. I did, however, feel that this bread was a little bit flimsy, so you can actually use any bread that you like, something a little thicker, that's fine. And then I like to cut these into triangles, but you could leave it whole or you could cut it in a circle, however you like. Next, I get prepped on the prawns for the prawn toast. Now, first I've used about half a kilo or about say 300 grams of prawn, and I have chopped them up with a knife into as small a pieces as I could do. And then I just give it a rough chop with the knife. You can cut them chunkier or smaller. Some people just add it into a blender completely, but I like to cut it first because I like a little bit of bite so that it has a few pieces. So you just chop them through, and then with your big knife or cleaver, just smash it up as much as you can so it gets into a fine, slightly pasty kind of texture. Now I've used this little hand chopper, but you can use any blender or mixer that you like. To this I have added in all the chopped up prawns, and then I add in just the white of an egg. Some recipes add the yolk as well, but I think just the white is enough. To this, I will also add about 5 to 6 cloves of crushed garlic or chopped garlic. I like to add a little bit of chopped green onions, so the spring onion greens actually, and then a little bit of fish sauce to give it a little extra oomph. Put the seal on and then just give this a nice whirl or mix. Like I said, I've used this hand blender, so I've just pulverized it as much as possible. You can blend it to whatever texture you want, but you want to try and get it to this slightly pasty like texture. I have not blended it completely. If you were using a hand blender or a mixer, it might get finer and to a nicer paste. That also works, but I like that it has a few little chunky pieces in here and there. Now you just empty this mixture into your bowl. It's nice and pasty, and then we get started to prep our prawn toast. So my prepping station, I've got this pasty mixture and I've got a plate of sesame seeds. I take my toast pieces and then with the help of a knife or a spoon, I just add it on as much as I can. Cover as many edges as you want. You could make it as thick or as thin, but not too thick, so then it might fall off, and not too thin because then that might not be enough mixture and you'll just get the prawn, get the toast rather. And then once you have this mixture on the bread, you will just drizzle it with all these sesame seeds and make sure that you cover it on top completely, and this is what it will look like. You just keep doing this till all the pieces are done. The same process. Put the prawn paste and then add your sesame seeds. You can have it in any shape or size. I've stuck to triangle pieces, and then once they're all together, this is what it will look like, and then you are ready to start frying them. Now in a wok or kadhai, you will heat your oil, and then when it comes up to temperature and it's nice and hot, you will place in your prawn toast with the prawn side down. So as you can see over here, I put the first one and then immediately I put the second one in, and it fell one on top of the other. So now here I'm trying to struggle to separate the two because I want them to cook separately. And that didn't happen, so I just let it go. You cook this for a couple of minutes on either side. Because the prawn is minced and it's mashed and it's chopped down and it is smaller size, it will cook quite fast, and as you keep making batches, it will cook faster because the oil is hot. So just a couple of minutes, I would say 2 or 3 minutes on either side. Now once this is cooked, you just gently flip it over. Like I mentioned, I stuck these two together, so I just cooked them off together. It doesn't matter really. If you're unsure, you think you're going to stick one on top of the other like this, you could fry them one at a time. That's not a problem at all. And then after a couple of minutes, once this is done, you just pop it out and put it on a plate with a paper towel to soak in all that excess oil, and you get started on the rest of them. Now this was the second batch. I put the first one in so that it would cook a little bit, and then once it had say a minute or so, with the help of my spoon I just pushed it aside and put the second one in so that they cook easily and nothing is on top of the other and spoils or anything like that. But like I mentioned, you could cook them singular as well. Couple of minutes on each side, it's a no-brainer. Now I know that a lot of people are averse to deep frying things, so if this is too much for you and you think it's too much oil, you can also air fry these. What I would recommend is that you perhaps butter the underside of the toast before putting the prawn mixture on top, and then you can just spray it with some oil or dab or drizzle some oil on top of it, and then pop this in the air fryer for say 10 minutes or so until it's cooked, and you will have a lighter prawn toast. It's just as delicious. My air fryer wasn't working, so I did this. Now this is a whole piece of toast. I just had an extra batch left, so I cooked this in. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. It's essentially the same thing, so you could make these prawn toasts in any size. I just cooked it again for a couple of minutes on each side and it was done. So this is really it. This is your prawn toast. You could serve it nice and hot. You make a fresh batch and serve it for guests, so it's a nice snack. I just drizzled it, or rather garnished it, with some chopped spring onion greens. That's the perfect bite. That's what it looks like. I hope you enjoy this. If you have, as always, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to this video. I love hearing what you guys have to say, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon.